Dragon Ball fans, episode 2 of Dragon Ball Daima is here, and things are wild. Our heroes are kids, Shenron is stingy with his wishes, and the demon realm is more mysterious than ever. From hilarious moments to epic callbacks to classic Dragon Ball, the episode dives into nostalgia while setting up a new exciting adventure. Stick around as we break it all down, and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Here we are with episode 2 of Dragon Ball Daima. It picks up right where episode 1 left off, with Shenron granting Goma's wish to turn our heroes into kids. After granting the wish, Shenron bids farewell. Goma's confused. He thought he was going to get 3 wishes. And to be honest, I was a bit confused too. Shenron explains that 3 wishes are reserved for regulars, while unknown first-timers only get 1. I don't remember hearing about this rule before, but it adds to the ongoing debate about the inconsistencies of Shenron's wishes. Originally, Shenron could only grant 1 wish per summon until then they upgraded the Dragon Balls to allow 3. Shenron leaves and the Dragon Balls scatter again. We cut to Krillin, who's trying to gather himself after seeing Goku and Vegeta fall from the sky. Krillin, shocked that his friends have turned into kids, yells at them. Goku and Vegeta glance at each other, stunned at the truth. The scene moves to the rest of the party, revealing that all heroes have turned into children. We finally get to see the intro for Daima in this episode. The music feels different from past Dragon Ball series. It's a departure from the hype, fighting heavy tones of the past, leaning towards something more mysterious and mythical. I'll admit, I wasn't feeling it at first, but it's grown on me. The animation's top notch, and if they were aiming for a memorable anime intro, I think they nailed it. We got to see future team-ups and a peek at the 3 demon worlds. My favorite moment is at the very end when Shenron's global dust scatters. Goku powers up for a Kamehameha, and then the background fades out of focus behind him and we are hit with the blast. We return to the lookout where an angry Goma regrets his wish. He rants about wanting the evil third eye instead, had he known he'd only get 1 wish. He asked Neva to gather the Demon World Dragon Balls just like he did with the Earth ones. Neva reminds him that gathering the Demon World Dragon Balls would still require defeating the Tamagamis. Goma then asks about reclaiming the Earth Dragon Balls, but Neva tells him that the same spell can't be used twice in a row. I wonder if the spell has a one-time use, or it has a cooldown period. Degasu tries to comfort Goma, reminding him he got his wish after all. The warriors are now harmless, and even Dende has been turned into a baby. They decide to take Dende with them, both to render the Earth Dragon Balls useless and as a hostage. Degasu effortlessly snatches Dende away from a now child Mr. Popo. We cut back to the heroes as they realize the extent of the wish's effects. Krillin freaks out about losing his hair and becoming smaller. Goten and Trunks, now babies, somehow can communicate with each other without talking, and they're just goofing around. Mr. Satan points out that none of the staff has changed into kids, and Vegeta doesn't recognize him until Mr. Satan explains who he is. He must be in his early teens now. Meanwhile, a smaller Boo is running around. Thankfully not reverting to Kid Boo, that would have gone south real quick. Bulma and Chi-Chi admire their rejuvenated skin, enjoying being kids again. Krillin points out that while everyone looks younger, they still have all the same memories. Bulma sees small Vegeta and can't help but gawk at him. Next to Vegeta, we see Piccolo has also been turned into a child. Supreme Kai and Kibido explain they felt something strange happen at the lookout. Goku decides to investigate but struggles to fly and crashes into a table. Master Roshi, now younger, tells Goku he isn't used to his smaller body yet. Goku doesn't recognize Roshi until Roshi explains who he is and blows a kiss to some waitresses. Classic Roshi, even as a kid. All the child versions of the characters look absolutely adorable. They release plushies of these designs, I might need to grab a few. Supreme Kai suggests that Kibido teleport them to the lookout since flying is an issue. Piccolo decides to tag along. At the lookout, they're greeted by a child version of Popo, who no longer has his headwear, revealing 2 horns on his head. Goku asks about Dende, and Mr. Popo explains that strange men with pointy ears took him, claiming to be from the demon realm. Mr. Popo says one of the men looked like Supreme Kai, and his name was Degasu. Supreme Kai is shocked to hear that his brother was here. Mr. Popo also describes a short, arrogant man and a Namek named Neva. Now Piccolo is shocked, explaining that Neva is a legendary Namek who stayed in the demon realm to protect the Dragon Balls. Goku, eager to save Dende, suggests they head to the demon world immediately. Supreme Kai explains they can't teleport there and orders Kibito to retrieve an old spaceship from the Supreme Kai world. The ship looks ancient, with wild plants growing all over it. Where did they even keep this thing? Supreme Kai reveals he once traveled to this universe in this very ship. Supreme Kai tries to power on the ship, but it doesn't respond to him. Goku suggests on getting Bulma's help to fix the ship and volunteers to go get her. Goku, struggling to fly off, ends up hanging comically off the edge of the lookout. Piccolo, looking a bit smug, tells Goku to get used to his smaller body first. Goku responds back and asks if he's adjusted to it yet. Piccolo tries flying but crashes into a tree. I guess Goku got his answer. I'm glad we can get some light-hearted comedy without making them look too foolish. The next scene shows Piccolo and Goku flying around, trying to get used to their new smaller bodies, as Kibito arrives with Bulma and Vegeta. I have to say, Kid Vegeta is my favorite transformation so far. Bulma examines the spaceship and identifies that it looks like it was beaten up recently. Kibito explains that it happened during the fight between Buu and Goku. We then see a few images of that fight of Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Majin Buu on the Supreme Kai world. These redraws look absolutely amazing. Bulma, fascinated with the ship's odd structure, learns from Kibito that an ordinary spaceship can't travel to the demon realm. Bulma says she can fix it in about 10 days, but Goku's worried that they'll kill Dende during that time. The Supreme Kai brings up a good point, that they took Dende as a hostage, so they likely aren't going to harm him. Bulma mentions needing a few things from home and asks Kibito to bring her back. Kibito looks a bit confused or concerned with the request. We jump 2 days later, where Bulma has made her own workshop on the lookout and is working on the spaceship parts. We see Goku training, trying to get used to his body. He can't gauge distance properly with his shorter limbs. He throws a few kicks and accidentally breaks a pillar. This annoys Vegeta, who yells, "Settle down, Kakarot!" That's my best Vegeta voice. Goku, convinced that getting used to his new body would take too long, and suddenly comes up with an idea. He tells everyone that he'll be right back and has to go somewhere and flies off. Vegeta asks if everyone with pointy ears is from the demon world. Supreme Kai explains that not all are, but many are. Kibito elaborates, traveling out of the demon realm became common, and there was a time when many Majin slipped out. Eventually it was forbidden unless one had permission to travel to and from the demon world. Meanwhile, Bulma finishes a ship part. She asks Kibito to teleport and grab the takeout she has just ordered for dinner. Kibito gives that same worried expression as before. Goku arrives at a familiar place we haven't seen in a while, Korin Tower. Korin is not shocked at all with Goku's appearance. He mentions that he looks at the service world from time to time, hinting that he saw the whole thing happen. Goku asks Korin where his Niobo is, or power pole went. That's not where he last left it. In the original series, Goku left the pole connected to Korin's tower and Kami's lookout after defeating King Piccolo. Korin explains that no one uses the pole to get to Kami's lookout anymore. Why would they? Everyone can fly or teleport now. Korin remembers he gave the pole to Master Roshi. Goku, still struggling to fly, crashes into the tower as he rushes off to Roshi's. Korin suggests Goku to use the Nimbus, but Goku insists he'll be fine. This whole scene is awesome. It's another nod to the past. I think OG Dragon Ball fans would fully appreciate this scene a lot. Goku bursts in at Master Roshi's to find him posing in front of a mirror. When Goku asks what's he doing, Roshi awkwardly says that now that he's young again, there are things he wants to do. I have a feeling this will come up later in the series. Outside, Umegami overhears Goku asking for the power pole. A look of fear comes across his face as he glances at some laundry hung out to dry. The thing holding up the laundry was the power pole. Goku returns to the lookout just in time for dinner, showing off his skills with the pole. He extends it, nearly hitting Piccolo in the face. Bulma asks where he found it, and Goku explains that Roshi was using it to hang laundry. During dinner, Bulma says it would have been easier if Kibito had just teleported the spaceship to Capsule Corp. Kibito responds, "I'm not a delivery boy." I guess Kibito is starting to feel some sort of way. Goku asks Piccolo if he remembers the demon realm. Piccolo responds that he wasn't born yet, but he has heard stories about the world his ancestors lived on, and that they left the demon realm because the Namekians don't like to be ruled over. Suddenly, something flies towards the lookout. It's a spaceship, similar to the one used to take Dende, but a different color. Out comes Glorio. the figure hiding behind a pillar in episode 1 spying on Goma and Degasu. After a brief introduction, Glorio asks Goku to return with him to the Demon Realm to defeat King Goma, who became the Supreme King after Dabura's death. Supreme Kai connects the dots. Goma must have taken Dende. We get a big revelation here, finding out that Goma is a Majin, and that he's very powerful but yet crafty. It is then revealed that Glorio was sent to get Goku by the third Demon World King. Supreme Kai, still suspicious, warns Goku not to let his guard down. Bulma takes this opportunity to examine Glorio's ship before they leave. Vegeta wants to tag along but is denied because the ship can only carry 3 passengers. I'm glad the animation quality didn't stop after episode 1. There's definitely a nod back to the past again here, with some light-hearted comedy without going completely cartoonish and losing the story. Episode 2 really feels like the start of the show, and I can't wait to see the Demon Realm. Let me know what you thought of episode 2. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.